Hey everyone, my name is Andy, and these are my dogs Porter and Polly. Today we're going to be talking about fostering, Dean, our foster dog, and some YouTube comments we've gotten, specifically on our last video. So, I think a lot of people assumed that the other day when I made that pinned comment, I was referring strictly to negative commenters. And while we did get some extremely unreasonable negative commenters, one person even accused me of only fostering to make money from it, which is, I'm sure most of you know, fostering is a volunteer thing. It's not easy. You don't make money off of it. So, yeah, anyway. I was really more interested in just talking to the people who don't quite understand this whole process. And I think this video is necessary because, guys, we foster hundreds of animals, and we're gonna go through this every time. Thankfully, you won't have to see it unless you watch us on the Vet Mom and Dog Dad channel. That is where most of our fosters will go. If you're wondering why I chose to do Dean on Porter and Polly, Dean's a Chihuahua, right? And Porter and Polly's a Chihuahua channel, so I just felt like, it was appropriate. I also don't want to, compete with myself, right? So the first one I'd like to address is the people who said, Dean has faced so much already, how could you make him move again? That kind of thing. Some of those people didn't say, how could you do that? They just said, they felt bad for him, which, I understand. The ones who blamed me or acted like I was the bad guy for whatever reason, well, what do you think the other option would be for Dean? Do you think he had another foster to go to? Do you think he had a better qualified foster to go to? A veterinarian and me with decades of dog training experience? And realistically, the only other option he had, because there were no other fosters at the time, is going to the shelter. I don't need to explain, or I hope I don't need to explain why going to shelter is bad, but we even know, scientifically speaking, cortisol levels and stuff like that go up in the shelter. Animals are far more stressed out in the shelter. On top of that, when an animal is in foster, they can be evaluated. Dean is a great example, actually. What did we learn about Dean? We learned that Dean wasn't really into dogs. He wasn't really into cats. He wanted to be the center of attention. We learned all that stuff. We learned all of his behavioral quirks. We learned, when he had a little bit of a medical issue. We figured that out, and we took care of it. I addressed his behavioral issues directly because I have that intensive time with him, right? So yeah, if you're somehow questioning the value of fostering, man, I don't know. I don't know what to say beyond what I've said. So moving on to number 2, another one I saw quite a bit. Why didn't you keep Dean? He's special. Was our last foster dog Casey? Not special. Was the dog before that? Not special. The hundreds of puppies and stuff, kittens, were they not special? They are special. And that's why we're here. We're here to take care of the special ones. That's what we're here. We're very specialized in dealing with those hard cases. And if we took too many of those animals in, we wouldn't have time to take care of everyone anymore. Not like they needed to. Be. So yeah, Dean was special. Having said that, honestly, despite Dean's mistreatment, behaviorally, he was so good. Sure, he was really bad, he was pretty bad at first, but it only took 2 weeks to get him to where Porter was when we had him for like 4 months at least, maybe 4 to 6. Even Polly. Polly, she's perfect Polly, right? She's always well behaved. Even she took like 2 months to get where Dean was in 2 weeks. So that gave me a great deal of confidence. I am really not worried about Dean. I think his main owner may have been, pretty bad, but something tells me maybe someone else was around that at least treated him okay or something like that, because he really, of all the really hard cases I've seen, he was not bad. And honestly, like, even if he was a little worse, all that would mean to me, under our current circumstances, is that I would find him just the right owner, right? Someone who has that experience with those kinds of dogs, and he would stay with me until that time. So the next one is a far more complicated topic. I could probably make an entire video about this topic. It's all centered around this notion that we can prevent a dog being abused by the process. We can tell you who is going to adopt, where we're going to do a home inspection, and we're going to call references, all that kind of stuff. The problem is, the thing about these procedures, these methods, is that they create a barrier to adoption. And when you implement these procedures, it takes a lot more time. It can upset people. I personally, I adopted a cat once, and I had to go through this whole process. It took me weeks, and it was so unnecessary, and it made me feel so uncomfortable, especially the calling references and coming into my home. And at the end of the day, it's not effective, or there is no proven efficacy. But we know what it does do, and that's make it harder to adopt, which means animals are in the shelter longer. And when we're talking about like the Humane Society, where they're always getting animals, it's just not practical. And I know one person specifically, and you were asking about that, and understand that this isn't an attack on you. It's a methodology that I dislike. My wife dislikes. In fact, she's been a big proponent of getting rid of that kind of thing. And at the current Humane Society, she actually did get rid of a lot of their unnecessary policies. And guess what? A lot more animals go out, and they're not sitting in the shelter all the time. So yeah, just to put a period on that whole topic, it's not effective, and it just harms the animals in the long run. So it's not something we do, or it's not. Well, okay. So it's not something we're big advocates of. That doesn't mean I think no one ever should do it, whatever. The Humane Society does do it sometimes. But really, guys, there's nothing to worry about. Dean's okay. This person is vetted. One of the employees knows her. He's going to be okay. He's not going to be abused. I promise you. As far as updates on him, I can't. I will give you guys updates if we get them. I can't guarantee them. The new owner didn't seem like interested in social media or anything. And you have to respect people's privacy. Some of our fosters we still text with to this day. And some will, they will email or they'll send a message to the Humane Society's Facebook, and they'll send pictures and just say, hey, how's it going? And this is how the animal's doing. But but a lot of them don't do that, and that's fine. I don't do that. I've never done that with any of the animals I've adopted. Just because I'm not that kind of person. I'm not a social media person either. Funny enough, I make YouTube videos because I like to make I like to create things, and I love my dogs. So I think those are the bigger points. I can't remember if there were any more. I will say that, hey guys, I know, and I understand that you're upset because you care, and that's why I'm not angry at you or anything, and that's why I just wanted to talk to you like this. But please understand that until we're ready, we're not going to foster. I know a lot of you probably thought, oh, he's saying no, but he's gonna do it. I'm usually not that kind of person. Or I've assessed our situation here and how much time we have, how much energy we have, and we don't have it right now for a new dog. And I would love a new dog, right? I love dogs, and but it's not going to happen. It's not right now. Maybe in the future we'll we'll adopt somebody when we're ready. But yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be going through this every time we have a foster. On the Vet Mom Dog Dad channel with our dog Casey, we had it too. There were at least a few dozen people. Some people were angry or so angry with me. But you know, you're going to see time after time this is what happens, and you have to understand that's the process, right? That's part of being a foster. It's hard. I'm losing my train of thought now, so it's a good time to end. And for those who stayed to the end, I really appreciate it. I don't know if you guys know, but watch time on YouTube matters a lot, and as far as like getting your video pushed out. I hope you guys take care, hit the like button, all that good stuff, and have a great day.